Until I've got it all spread out on my bench here. A bit of a mess. Previous owner had just spliced into it, etc. No idea why. Added some stuff, whatever. So I get the manual. I've got the schematic. I'll go through it and color code everything. I'll buy some wiring and I'll make sure I get the right colors. Also, switches. Example here, this one. This one is your lights, horn, single lights. Now, he cut it off, the wiring. I don't know why. Probably because it wasn't working. But you know what? A lot of these can be fixed. You'd be surprised. Sometimes it is dirty contacts. You got to remember, these bikes are old. We're looking at bikes that are, built back in the 70s. For example, this one here. This one is the on and off switch. You'll recognize it, little red toggle thing. You just kind of on, off. Well, try to find one for a reasonable price. Good luck. A lot of the times these can be fixed. Again, this guy here had just cut the wires and didn't bother looking into it. So one thing I found is as soon as I took the switch off right here, this one right here, right, is that the contacts were dirty. Right here. Take some emery cloth, clean them up right here. Just sand them off. Just to get them nice and shiny. Same thing for inside the switch, right here. That little part right there. Right there. That's what makes contact with the switch here, right? So this is the inside of it. So what I did is I just took it apart, and that's really easy to do. The other thing that's holding it there is this little C-clip, like a little horseshoe thing. It's on the inside here, right? You can see the hole. Fits right on the end of this. So basically, it's really simple. Here's what the switch looks like when it's put together. Inside right here, the little clip goes right in there. You take that clip off and this pulls right out and you're able to take a look. Okay, so a lot of times these can be fixed, and it's worth it for these little ct70s because they're hard to get by, to find, I mean, and when you do, they want quite a bit for them. So if you've got them on your bike already, take a bit of time and go through the wiring and clean it all up, and you'd be surprised. You might get it working again. Okay, looks like I'm pretty sure I got this fixed, this one anyway. So if you listen, you'll look when you turn this here, you should hear clicking. Like that. So when you take this off, okay, first of all, remember you gotta take off this little clip right there. Okay? Take a flat screwdriver, small one, and just pop it out. Then you'll be able to lift this out. Once you lift this out, on the inside of this, there's going to be a spring and a little ball bearing. And then when you look at the face of this, like I showed you earlier, where the contact points are up here, down below, right here, underneath, there's like 3 ridges. 1, 2, 3. So when you turn this, the ball bearing, which is about right here, underneath this red cap here, goes across those ridges. Hence, makes a little clicking noise. And also, it prevents the switch from going back and forth by itself. I think what happened is that through the years, that spring got weak and compressed, and the previous owner could just turn this without no resistance and figured the switch is shot. So, all it was is that I took the spring and I stretched it out a little bit and put it back together, and now there's resistance when you turn the switch. So it should work. There's no reason why it shouldn't. All the contact points in here that I could see and hear anyway, they're fine. I'll spray it with some electrical cleaner, make sure it's good contact. And the wiring's right here. All I gotta do is extend it, and this switch should work. So I just saved myself a lot of money. Hell, I do now. So I took a chance. Now, this is a 1977. I couldn't find an ignition switch for this thing, and the one I had was no good. So I bought one that's for a 76. I think it's from 74 to 76. And I'm going to give it a try. I mean, I looked at the wiring that comes out of the ignition, which would be here. And every single color matches the other end from the main wiring harness. I don't know what the difference is between the two ignitions. Nothing that I can see. So I guess the only way we're going to find out is by me trying it. So I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll let you know how it turns out. So this is where I'm at right now with the bike. I got the electrical in. As you can tell, I got the gas tank on, battery box. The wiring is run all the way through. You can see some of it right here. Headlights wired and on and ready to go. Same with the kill switch. And this one also with the turn signals, horn, and high and low beams. Taillights on. And also, bear with me here. There we go. And your ignition switch. That ignition switch is for from, I don't know, 71 to 76, I think it is. This is a 77. I don't know what the difference is going to be, but I'll give it a try, see what happens. If it works, fantastic. Other than that, got all the wiring still out. I'm just kind of sorting things out as I'm going along. And then what was kind of holding me up a little bit is I wanted to buy a speedometer. So this is what I bought. Speedometer. This one was on eBay for a while. I think the reason why it was on there for a while was because the one of the studs here, right here that holds it, is broken. So I'll see if I can repair that. But I mean, it's in okay shape. It's rusted right around here. It's pitted. I'll sand all that down, and I'll give it a shot of gray, the same paint that I use on the rims. It's kind of like aluminum paint, I guess you could say. The glass is in pretty good shape, so is the rubber. And also, I think the only reason why it probably was online for a while is because you didn't have the electrical harness, but I do. I've got it here. So I was able to contact the seller and make him an offer, because he had it set for a certain price and it hadn't moved in quite a few months. So I sent him a private message and lowballed it, I guess you could say, and he elected to sell it to me. So there you go. But just to give you a heads up, if you don't have one of these on your ct70 and you're looking for one, be prepared to pay, and also be prepared to get something that's in pretty rough shape. The ones that are in perfect condition, you're looking at well over $100 Canadian. And that's quite a bit of money, you know, to put into for a single part, right? So I'm going to take this one apart here and see if I can fix. I'm pretty sure I can, because if you can tell right here, it's loose inside. I think that's maybe just a bolt on the other side that holds it in place. If so, I've got some threaded rod right here. I just cut a piece the length I need. I'm all set. So we'll see what happens.